This morning I'm on a bit of a mission. I came to the boat and I found something that wasn't there. I had thought something was going to be there and it wasn't there, so I need to go and find it. What am I talking about? I'll show you in a second. Come on, Olga. Filming me falling in the water, that'd be great. So what on earth are you talking about? You found something that wasn't there. Let's just get this there. There we go. So over there you can see my inflatable, and I ordinarily put the inflatable just on top of the cabin and I put the cover over the top of that. But this time I decided to put the inflatable on the foredeck. And when I got back to the boat, I noticed that the inflatable was there, not in the original place, it moved somewhat, but the air deck had gone. And my first thought was, who would steal an air deck? I mean, why wouldn't you just steal the whole boat? And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, well, it wasn't a case of somebody stealing the air deck. The weather stole the air deck. I have, as you may recall, placed a camera on the boat. I'm not going to film that for obvious reasons, but I have a camera on the boat. It's not hidden. But I had noticed that I had noticed that the inflatable had moved. I tied it down. I should have tied it down better. I tied it down so it wasn't going to leave the boat, but it had moved. And then I realised that the air deck had probably fallen out at that spot because long story. But, and then the wind had just done the rest and blown it away. So this morning I'm going to just have a look around on the bank. I mean, there is no hope that I'm going to find this thing, but I'm going to have a look around on the bank and see whether I can find it. It might just be there. So I'm going to start in my immediate area and then I'm going to take it from there. So come with me as I explore the banks around my home waters here in the Lane Cove River. I'm just going to stick you on the boat so you can see where I'm going. As you can see, the weather's not too awful here in Sydney. So let's go to our immediate area. Tide is very high at the moment. This air deck was fully inflated. And it's high pressure, it's fairly strong. It could have found its way to New Zealand by now. In any case, let's have a look at our immediate area. So this is the closest shore to my mooring. And this is the Woolwich side. This is the older side. And you may have seen some of this before from my footage, or certainly lots and lots of boats all over. Anywhere that there's a flat surface you'll find, or maybe even not so flat, you'll find some dinghies for people to get out to their boats. They're not meant to leave them there, but they do. What can't be seen because of the height of the tide is the amount of oysters on all the rocks, and I reckon if this thing has found its way to shore, which it may have, the oysters would have done for it. Very high tide, big spring tide this morning. Oh, there's seagulls. They're a little bit upset with me. Go away. Whoop. Nothing so far. Just about ran into one of those ramps. How nice would that be to have one of those? Until it's not. So the Woolwich area is, that one came out a long way. The Woolwich area is, I think I've explained it before, it's a lovely area of Sydney and probably my favourite, apart from the Balmain area. If you want a really, like a blue ribbon suburb, for me this is it. It doesn't have the glitz of the eastern suburbs, the likes of Vaucluse, Rose Bay. Lovely suburbs, don't get me wrong, but not for me. But it certainly has some amazing properties. Nothing so far. Maybe that's a better view for you. A big brown boat, lovely. Not my colour, but each their own. Look at these damn things. Just, it's obviously there. Nesting at this time of year, it's spring, they'd have eggs on the nest, and they would be very invested in keeping everybody, including me, away from them. A large Riviera. I've made it fairly clear before that some of my favourite power boats are Mariner boats, Australian-built Mariner boats. And my understanding is the Mariner company morphed into Riviera. That's why you don't see Mariner boats anymore. Some of the early Riviera boats were had Riviera badges. Anyway, this is my wharf. See the tide's right up there. Just lovely. Big boats. Oh, jellyfish in the water. There are just millions of them. I can feel them on the prop. Golly, look at this. They have just bloomed. Look at that. Sorry, jellyfish. Lovely morning for the rowers. Very still, very, very still. As mentioned before, the rowers around on the Lane Cove River tend to be pretty good. They tend to be quite respectful of other boats, decent type of attitude towards it. But they always have those awful little tinnies that go around with them, with the bullhorn yelling, and 5 o'clock in the morning is not really what you want. Let's cross over the channel. See if there's anything on the other side. We are now on what I like to think of as the northern side of the river, and this is the Longueville side. This is the newer side, evidenced by the different style of houses. They're much newer, simply because even though there was lots of development on the north shore of Sydney, it wasn't as it didn't develop as early as the other side. A lot of the development happened after the building of the Harbour Bridge, opened in 1932. Prior to that, to get over to there, you had to have a ferry, either whether that be from across from Millers Point, where the Harbour Bridge is now, or out this way. There was a ferry running across where the Gladesville Bridge now is. No sign of any air deck, but for goodness sake, doesn't really matter. What a beautiful day, and I mean, any day on the water is a great day, but what a magnificent day to be out here. Still. We lost an hour this morning. Daylight saving has kicked in, and we lost an hour, which is oh well, it is what it is. But I now have to change the clock on the boat. What an inconvenience. Another very large boat. These are the more glitzy houses that you seem to find around the eastern suburbs. There are some nice ones around, particularly Woodford Bay up further, some of the older parts. And there are some older houses around here, but this is typically what you'll find in the eastern suburbs. Reference my video on Rose Bay and Vaucluse, link in the description. There is a painted cow on that wharf. But no air deck. Rowers and the like up here. Those awful little tinnies with the yelling people. This is a big old boat. That's new to the area. Lots of rowing. I don't get it, but yeah, each to their own once again. Each to their own. I don't think this boat is going to be anywhere near. Sorry, this air deck is going to be anywhere near here. I think it will have gone well and truly by now. But it was not only worth a look, but it was worth spending a little bit of time out here on the water this beautiful day. So let's head back across the channel. Just one other boat I want to have a quick look at whilst I'm out here. So the boat I wanted to have a look at is this one. I'm a sucker for a ferry. I do love a ferry. It would have been an old working ferry, and now it is a charter boat. In better condition than most of the charter boats, some of the charter boats. So if you were to hire that boat, there you go. I'm sure they have a website, Rosman Cruises. That looks like it might be a bit of fun. No, I'm not affiliated. I just love ferries. That's a lovely day. Let's get back to the boat and take it out.